Welcome back. In the previous part, we found out that the entire planet is covered, its atmosphere almost is covered in an ocean. Yes, there is water in the sky, and it's an ocean of some sort that we have to break through with some Martian lasers or something so we can launch a shuttle through it. Yep, that's what's happening. Also, we can get to Fodra, which I assume is on the other side of said barrier. Said ocean thing in the sky. It's called the Aquasphere. How does it stay there? How does it remain there, though? That's the question. So we should have... we should have another scene outside and then a skit. Right.
Sir, we just received an urgent message from Ol Ray. The fleet we sent to investigate World's Eye is under attack.
Yes, but who is this old Ray? I've never heard of him.
Who would be attacking us now? Windor?
No, sir. Apparently it's a group of monsters based on the island itself.
What?
What's the current status of the fleet?
They've sustained heavy damage, sir, and we're forced to retreat back to the harbor.
Habor.
I will see them at once. I'd like to hear their story for myself.
We should get back to Ol Ray as well.
Who's old Ray? Never even heard of him. Right, skit. The tenderness of youth.
Is it possible these monsters from World's Eye are somehow...
connected to Richard? It's not an unreasonable assumption.
But finding a cure for Sophie comes first.
Definitely. So, what do you know about this seaside cavern we're headed to?
When we used the cavern to infiltrate the Fendelian camp a while back, we had to swim through a lot of flooded areas.
Oh yeah? Then I guess our clothes are gonna get wet.
Yeah, when Cheria went through the first time.
To be so young that mere memories make you blush.
Captain, don't make fun of us.
He's really not that old. That's the thing. He's not like super duper duper mega old. So it's like, it just seems very strange. It's like, it's gotta be in his 40s. It's not super old. So if he was in his 60s saying that, I could maybe understand. A bit like Rowan. I could understand then if he was saying stuff like that. Right, Turtles Transport. Let's go to Old Ray. Good old Ray. Ray. Right, so we want to actually head to Vailnik.
Are the reports of monsters originating from World's Eye true?
No, it's all lies, sir.
Yes, sir. The moment we approached, they just came pouring out of that huge cocoon thing.
We tried to stand and fight, but we were terribly outnumbered. To stay would have meant the loss of the fleet, and so the order was given to fall back. Even now, the monsters continue to spread across the seas. We've had numerous reports of attacks on civilian vessels.
We should restrict sea travel at once. Perhaps this is part of King Richard's plan, and he thinks to conquer the world with a fantastic army of monsters.
It's working.
No, this can't be.
Attend to the wounded, and get me estimates on the damage. Then gather every man who can wield iron and get them on ships. We must not let these monsters reach land.
Sir, yes, sir.
It seems sailing to Lhant is out of the question.
This isn't good. We don't have time to spare.
Not to worry. I'll see that one of our ships gets you to your destination.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Come see me when you're ready to leave.
I'm ready to leave. This will take you as far as Fendel. From there, you'll need to cross into Windor on foot. Things are chaotic now, so we can't guarantee an easy return to Strata. Are you sure you're ready to go? Yeah, sure, let's go for it. Please make haste and stay safe. Skip that. That thing sprayed again, I can smell it. Military plans are proceeding offshore. All sea travel has been restricted until further notice. The other side of the sky.
Hang in there, Sophie.
I'm okay.
Hey, do you really think this Fodra place could exist on the other side of the sky?
It certainly does sound like a fool's errand.
And yet it's an errand we have no choice but to undertake.
The ancient Amarcians totally knew this day would come. That's why they left a method for us to reach Fodra.
Yes. When you say that, it almost feels possible. Like it's our destiny.
Yeah, I agree. All we can do at this point is just believe in ourselves and move forward. We can't afford to sit around and do nothing. So just hang in there, Sophie. I know you'll be okay.
Yeah, you say it could be destiny. It's probably just more like random coincidences that have come together to work in our favor. But, alright, fine, we'll go with destiny. That works. Destiny. Yeah. Nonsense. Nonsense, I say. Although it does sort of... I've mentioned my worldview in the past. Oh, hello. I don't really need them that much at the moment. Right, so we have new enemies around as well, if you haven't noticed. Like these eyeball things, like this. Other dragons. They're all these Nova-based enemies. Which sort of does fit into the whole, like, when that wolf appeared. So it's like, it's all coming together when you start to think about it. I'll just do my normal arts here.
Perhaps I've walked this earth for far too long.
Yeah, maybe you have. Does that mean you're gonna die? But yeah, anyway, my world... May as well get these peaches while we're here thinking about it. Some lovely peach. But yeah, my world view. It's very much like... Oh, what's the best way of wording it? That's the problem. It's like... Everybody does have free will. You can make your own destiny. But everything would have played out exactly how it would anyway. Like, it's like... I believe in free will and determinism. Is the best way of putting it. It's like... If you made a choice on something, like whether to walk left or right down the street, and it's based on like your knowledge throughout your entire life that you've come to this point, and you have a reason for doing all this type of stuff. The reason you're there is everything has led to this moment in your life, and then you go left. Why would you go right? You'd never go right. It's your choice to go left, completely your choice to go left. But if you went to like another timeline, etc., and played out the exact same events, everything was identical. Like down to where like atoms were in the universe, everything was identical. So you had the exact same life in this other world, this other timeline. The person would still go left. So it's sort of predetermined. Even though you had free will to choose going left. Yes, it's quite strange. It's like, they can both work together. It's like, you are free to make any choice you want. It's just that choice existed anyway.
Asbel, Lord Hubert, what were you doing in Fendel? We had heard you set off for Strata.
I don't see any Fendel soldiers here.
That's because they're gone. Just up and vanished one day without a trace. We figured they were up to something, so everyone's been on edge.
The situation has changed. Our countries can't afford to fight each other right now. The three Valkanists have been completely drained of Elith. Our countries have come together in an attempt to resolve the crisis. Please, you must let us pass.
Yes, of course.
Indubitably. Like, the three countries have come together. It's like, where's Windor in this situation? Like, who's speaking for Windor? It can't be you guys, because you only speak for Lhant. Doesn't feel exactly appropriate, to be honest, but alright. Fine. So anyway, we want to head back to the, just saw a shiny... Oh, it's just one of them. Just head back to that big door-shaped thing that I saw in the past, when we were first in this location. But yeah, so like expanding upon this fate and determinism thing, you gotta sort of imagine it's sort of... It's like if you were presented with a cake, and it's like, do you want a slice of cake? The answer is yes or no, but it's going to be based on your life experiences, like whether or not you like cake, whether you've had cake recently, so you're not actually fond of it and you don't want cake, or you're on a diet, etc, etc, etc. All the circumstances would exist in this other timeline of a world, etc, to have everything play out exactly the same. Just going to get this first. There we go. So it's like, you would always make the same choice at that particular point in time. So it's like, it's predetermined by free will. Indeed, the weight of existence.
Here we go.
Good. It looks like she's finally asleep. Do you remember the last time the three of us came here? I didn't want to believe that strange girl was really Sophie. You were so sure. And I was convinced you were just trying to flee from the reality of what had actually happened.
That's harsh, but also true.
Hey, Asbel, let me help you. I'll carry Sophie this time around.
Are you sure? She looks tiny, but she's actually pretty heavy.
Don't worry, I can do it. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Wow, she is a lot heavier than she looks.
I told you, right? Here, let me take her.
No, I said I'll do it. And I want to be close to her right now.
Ah, that's kind of sweet. But yeah, this obvious door here. It's like, yeah. Oh, it just moves now, does it? Alright. Why has no one investigated that before? Ever. I would've. Like, this seems very strange. So it's like, yeah, there's this shuttle here, next to Lhant.
I can't believe this was here all this time.
I mean, look at it!
This ship will take us to Fodra? I can't imagine how it would even fly.
Oh, so that's it.
Oh yeah, obviously. What?
Can you make it work?
Hold on, I'm getting there.
It's working.
Oh, that's nothing. We're just getting started here. Let me see. So if the shuttle actually works, we're gonna need... Wow, okay. We've got 2 zappy heat ray cannons, one in Strata and one in Fendel. They're designed to fire simultaneously and focus on a single point in the aquasphere. Oh man, this is crazy cool!
I love her line delivery, I really do.
How can we use the cannons if they're in 2 separate countries?
I think we can control them from here. Looks like we can adjust the angles and everything. Oh, nuts. Huh.
You don't seem happy about this.
Is something wrong?
Maybe.
Well, the cannon in Strata is fine, but the one in Fendel is busted or something.
Of course it is.
Indubitably.
Yeah, it's not responding. I'm gonna have to go there and see if I can figure it out. But then... Assuming everything else works, the shuttle is piloted remotely, so we need someone to stay here and fly it.
Is that something one of us can do?
How? Do you know anything about this at all?
Maybe me, but yeah, I don't know. You need real technical know-how to pull it off. I'd ask my sister, but I don't think she's talking to me right now.
Oh, come on, she clearly would do this. Like, to help save the world. This is exactly the type of thing she probably wants to do.
Anyway, we can worry about that later. I'll ask the Overseer or something if it comes to it. Right now, we should focus on getting to Fendel so I can fix the cannon. It's in a facility on the far side of Fendel Mountain Pass, up near Velenik.
Right. Let's get moving.
Indubitably. Alright, so, like, look at the design of all this stuff. I really do like it. It's so colourful. Yet high-tech, yet ruinous. At the same time, it's just like, clearly it's ancient, but it's got a nice quality to it. It's a nice look. I think that's something I like about this game. The art style.
Oh, we got a message from Poisson. Let's see here. Oh, yuck. She says the monsters from that cocoon are causing all kinds of trouble. They've ordered all civilian ships to stop sailing into or out of Fendel.
Sounds like we'd better hurry.
Right. Let me just do a little tappa-tappa-ka-chunk here.
I love how she describes things.
Okay, bon voyage!
How did you learn French?
What was that?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
Richard's monsters, I imagine.
They were headed toward Lhant.
No!
We should get to Lhant immediately. They'll need our help.
Indeed, we have nothing else to do here, so let's go.
Come on, let's move.
Charge forth to the save point over here, because I need to get a skit with brotherly love.
Come on, let's hurry back to Lhant.
Calm down. When you get excited like this, you lose sight of everything around you. You need to analyze the situation rationally.
Yeah, but that's why you're here, Hubert. Analyzing situations is your job. You know that's not me. If there's something I have a chance of protecting, I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's safe. That's what Sophie taught me.
I see. Then perhaps I should stop holding back. Well enough then. If I ever see you slacking off in this department, I will let you know in no uncertain terms.
Good. I'm counting on it, Hubert.
It's good to see them finally recognizing their own strengths is the best way of putting it. It's sort of like, together, they make a great leader. On their own, one's too calculated to... It's basically, one is the brains and one is the heart. And together, they are perfect. They are a great leader. So it's like, that'd be fantastic for Lhant if they ever, save the town and actually work together to a better future for the nation. Is it a nation? It's a territory, isn't it, really, at this point? And who knows, maybe they'll take charge of Windor one day or something like that, or maybe unite the world, become leaders of the world. It's entirely possible, but together, they could do it, Welcomes! Alright then, so, oh wait, I can't just transport there? That was the whole point of what I was doing. It's just, that geared blade, that's cool. Very cool. Ooh, let's go with that on the battle tunic then. Lovely. Alright. Come again. Right, so we'll have to run there instead. Even though it's just Turtle's transporter. I mean, I know there's monsters about on the field at the moment, but let me have some gameplay leeway here, game. It would be nice. We'll skip these eyebally dudes. And the big dragon type ones. Because we have done quite a few of them at this point, so it's kind of... I say quite a few of them, it's they've been bosses and stuff like that. Although I don't know if it's just the same enemy, or it is just they've reused the model. Because it could be a case of reusing the model, but still be the same enemy at the same time. Just don't know. Definitely the quicker way to get out of there rather than go for all the water, etc. again, because that would have actually taken quite a while, wouldn't it? It would have. I do like the fact we're wandering around as Pascal, though. It just seems much more fun to wander around as. I think you can gather by now at this point, Pascal is my favourite character in this game, followed by Hubert. Those two, I absolutely love those two. They are such fantastic characters. Absolutely love them. It's Malik is a good third. He's a good third. And Sophie, it is very much yeah, I do like Cheria and Asbel, but it's not as much as the others. Not as much as the others. No.
They've got us trapped.
I must protect. I have to.
They did it! Asbel's men defeated the monsters!
Sophie, you okay?
Hold on.
Thank you, Asbel. You helped save us all. It's hard to believe that a tiny girl like her could do all that. Please get her back to the manor, so she can get some rest. I'll take care of things around here.
Thought we said no heroics. Alright, so yeah. Lhant has definitely seen better days. I mean, things have not been going well over here at all, have they? They really, really haven't. Have they fixed the fountain? No, they've not fixed the fountains. They could at least do that.
Asbel, Hubert, I'm so glad you're safe.
So are we.
You've been gone for so long. I was worried I might never see you again.
I'm sorry for the concern, Mom. We'll explain everything later. Frederick, could you please get a room ready? Sophie needs to rest.
Your own room is already prepared, Master Asbel. Would that be acceptable?
No, it will not. How rude of you.
It's fine. Thank you, Frederick.
Oh, very well. Let's head up there then. Thing is, if we were Asbel now, would we have Sophie on our back if we were wandering around? I guess not, but you never know. You never know. You never know. Okay, so anything down here? Nope. Right, up to our room then is the best way of putting it.
Monsters. Run, everyone.
She's having nightmares.
Even in her dreams, she tries to protect us. Makes me feel kind of lame.
Come in.
I apologize for intruding at such a time, young masters. Bailey is downstairs and wishes to speak with you right away.
But what about at this time?
I asked him to wait in the study for now. Should I send him away?
No, clearly he has important reason to be here.
No, that's fine. We'll be right down. Keep an eye on Sophie, all right? We'll be right back.
The party has disbanded. Say that, but I'm running around as Hubert. Out of all the people it chose to do, it was Hubert? Seems strange. Still falling short.
I swore long ago that I would be the one to protect everyone. But once again, Sophie was the one who saved us.
It has been very difficult seeing Lhant turned into a battleground once more.
I try and I try, but what if I never find the strength to protect those most important to me?
How much more must we endure before we reach the ideals we strive for?
Indeed. Getting stuck on the maid. I do apologize, maid.
You and your companions saved the people of Lhant. We are in your debt.
But this is our hometown. It's like, there's no debt to be repaid here.
And Asbel, you saved my life. Thank you.
Yeah, makes you feel like a bit of a dick now, doesn't it, for your words in the past?
Any of us would have done the same.
How is your friend doing?
She's resting, but she's not feeling well.
That poor girl. She's suffering for helping us.
No, she's been in failing health for a while now. It's nothing new. But thank you for your concern.
Will you stay in Lhant?
Nah, leaving again. Sorry, bye.
Unfortunately, no. We have pressing business elsewhere. We have to save Sophie. And Richard, too.
I see.
We have a long road ahead of us to make that happen. I trust you'll take care of things while we're gone.
Asbel, perhaps I have misjudged you.
Yeah, maybe.
Thanks, Bailey.
If you'll excuse me, I'll be going now.
Oh, will you? Alright, then you got anything to say, you two? There's one thing I wanted to ask you. No, never mind. Now is not the time. You heard about what your father and Archduke Cedric were discussing? Yes, did. I thought you were going to talk about that. But, alright. No, we'll just move on then. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Back to the... Oh.
Dad. You're thinking. This worries me.
Harsh.
I'm thinking about our father. About how I rebelled against his authority. About how I left.
Yeah. It was a stupid, really, really stupid thing to do.
I thought that becoming a knight was all I needed to protect the people I loved. But I was wrong. It wasn't enough. I wasn't ready to be the Lord of Lhant. It was just a title they hung around my neck. What thoughts did Dad have as he lived and died as the Lord of Lhant?
No, he had his own motives.
You're a lot like your father was.
Mom?
He spent all of his time worrying about us and wondering if he was doing the right thing.
He clearly wasn't.
But he hid that concern behind a mask of strength and discipline. When the two of you left, he thought of almost nothing else. And he worried that his decisions, no matter how well-intentioned, had caused you both to suffer.
See, again, this is the thing. He had intentions. He was doing something. What was he doing? If he just told them, when he was children, what he was doing, that may have been all that it needed for them to be like, oh, okay, I understand. I see where you're coming from now. But no, he didn't tell them. Hence all the issues.
It's hard to imagine him thinking like that.
Feelings were never your father's strong suit.
Yeah, that's probably part of the problem.
He was never able to express how much he loved you both, and it frustrated him to no end. I know the two of you are going through a lot right now, but what matters is that you keep trying to do what you believe is right. Your father used to say that. He raised you well, whether you realize it or not, and his spirit will help you in the dark days to come. Just remember, whatever path you take, I will always be here for you. And if your father were here, he would say the same.
Mom, thank you.
It really is like, just tell them what he was doing. It's so simple.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Asbel. Sophie, wait. Don't get up.
I'm okay.
Hey, Sophie. I'm here. We'll heal you, Sophie. I promise.
At least this time he didn't say it out loud.
All right. Let's get back to Fendel and fix that heat ray cannon. Do you know the exact location, Pascal?
No idea.
Yep, we can take the road that leads from North Lhant to Velenik. The cannon is just past Fendel Mountain Pass.
Hang in there, Sophie. We're almost home.
I will.
You will, alright. Right, so this might be a good place to end this part. In the next part, we'll start heading up to Fendel and see if we can find this heat ray cannon. So we shall see you then. Ta-ta for now.